Hey guys, with Thanksgiving tomorrow, I wanted to do something a little bit different today. I do my best to go see as many new releases as possible, and with so many coming out this time of year, I realize it can be difficult to decide what you or maybe you and your family are going to go see. Well, I've seen most, if not all, of the new releases, so I thought I'd drop a quick video giving you my thoughts on a few that I really recommend before you actually go to a theater, spend money, and invest 2 hours of your time. I'm going to do my best to be as brief as possible as I have 6 movies I really want to talk to you about, so with that being said, these are the movies that I think you should see this Thanksgiving. First up is Encanto, the latest addition to Disney's catalog of animated films. I saw this last night and I loved it. It gives you everything that you've come to expect from a Disney animated picture. It has a unique concept, fun characters, good songs, which, by the way, I did not know that this was a musical whenever I sat down to see it, so you can imagine my surprise whenever our lead started singing about 5 minutes into the film. But yeah, all the songs are really good. It isn't as good, in my opinion, as some of their most recent animated musicals, such as Moana or Frozen, simply because the primary objective here isn't quite as concrete as it is in those films, but this is still a really solid animated family picture with a great message. This is the perfect movie to go see with the family this Thanksgiving. Next is King Richard, the latest film from Will Smith, which is about the father of Venus and Serena Williams as he tries his best to both train his daughters and also get them recognized for their tennis abilities whenever the odds are just continuously stacked against them. This film is excellent. I cannot recommend it enough. It gives you everything that you could want out of a sports movie with a lot of family drama added in there. It's really amazing, the story of how Venus and Serena came to be who they are today. Will Smith turns in one of the best performances of his career, which I think will not only get him nominated for an Academy Award, but I think he will finally bring the trophy home for this one. This is the film that I would recommend the most out of the rest on this list. Please see it. It's on HBO Max and also in theaters. Next, I have Belfast, the story of a young boy growing up in, imagine this, Belfast, Ireland, during what was known as the Troubles in 1969. This is a feel-good movie that gets you invested into the family it focuses on, with a lot of humor as well as some bitter pills that everyone has to swallow at some point, told from the perspective of our main character, Buddy. I found myself invested in everything happening, from the very serious conflicts happening all around the family to Buddy just trying to find a way to ask a girl out in his class. It's a great coming-of-age film with family at the forefront that I'm sure will be nominated for a lot of Academy Awards by the end of the year. Next is the latest film in a classic franchise, Ghostbusters Afterlife, a fitting continuation of the story set up in the previous films of the series, carried by plenty of humor, fun action, and just the right amount of homage to the past. This film is as good of a sequel as I could have imagined for the franchise. I had a lot of fun watching this in a theater. Paul Rudd is hilarious. I love seeing him here. He makes every movie that he's in better. And the entire young cast is great, particularly McKenna Grace, who is basically our main character in this one. She's a star in the making, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot of her on the big screen for a very long time. I really hope they make another one in the franchise following this up. Next is Spencer, the story of Lady Diana, as we follow her on a 3-day holiday in which she has to try to fit in with the royal family. This is the most artsy film I'm recommending here, simply because there are times when you are left to interpret what exactly is going on in Lady Diana's mind and not to take what's happening on the screen at surface level. I really enjoyed watching this. The cinematography here is magnificent, and the performances, guys, Kristen Stewart here is amazing. And I know she was in Twilight, and don't get me wrong, whenever she first gets on the screen, it's a little bit of, oh look, there's Kristen Stewart doing a British accent, what's the big deal? But once you get past that initial shock, she disappears into this role. She should win all of the awards for this, and I thought this film was a really fascinating insight into the state of mind of someone who is in so much internal turmoil. Watch this while you still can. Lastly, Dune has been out for over a month, but I still see it being played at my local theater, so I'm going to include it here on this list. First off, you're going to have to put your thinking cap on before you walk in for this film. There is a lot of information, but for me, being someone who wasn't familiar with the book series or the original film going into it, I loved it. I will say, when I took my roommate to go see it, I don't think he was quite prepared for the movie we were going to watch. We walked out, and whenever I asked him what he thought of the movie, he said, "I have no idea what I just watched for the last 2 hours. What happened?" So be ready to watch something that expects a lot out of you as a moviegoer. It has some of the greatest visuals I have ever seen in a theater. I recommend watching this in IMAX if you can find a theater still playing it there. And its score is so insanely fine-tuned with the tone of the film that you forget that it's there sometimes. This is a very, very sci-fi movie with different planets, different houses of families, a lot of moving pieces going on here. So I recommend just preparing yourself for that beforehand, but still one of my favorite of the year. Alright, so those were just some of my quick thoughts over a few new releases that I recommend you go see this Thanksgiving. I really hope this video helped if you just genuinely didn't know what was playing in theaters right now, or if you were looking into further insight into some of these films. But did you watch any of these? What did you think of them? Let me know down in the comments. I obviously really enjoyed all of them. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I will see you for number 88 on the 100 Movie Marathon. Bye.